Imagine two silent bodyguards stationed deep inside your body, working tirelessly every second of your life. They ask for nothing. They never complain. They filter 200 liters of blood every single day, quietly keeping you alive while you scroll, eat, sleep, dream. But what if these bodyguards, your kidneys, were slowly drowning in a substance you consumed without a second thought? You might think sugar only affects your waistline, that it's just a matter of vanity or calories. But here's what almost no one knows. Sugar might be silently killing your kidneys, one sweet drop at a time. What happens when two overworked organs finally get permission to rest? What happens when for just 30 days, you stop flooding them with sugar? The answer might change how you see everything you eat. Your kidneys are extraordinary machines. Each one contains about 1 million tiny filters called nephrons, microscopic miracles that sort the useful from the toxic, keeping the good and expelling the waste. They work like a precision factory that never sleeps. But sugar changes the rules. When you consume sugar, especially in sodas, juices, and processed foods, it doesn't just disappear into energy, it floods your bloodstream. Your kidneys, designed to filter normal blood, suddenly face a golden tsunami. The concentration of glucose spikes. Blood vessels begin to constrict. Blood pressure climbs. And here's the invisible danger. You feel fine. Most people with early kidney damage feel absolutely nothing. The decline is silent. By the time symptoms appear, fatigue, swelling, confusion, up to 70% of kidney function may already be gone. Recent research analyzing over 127,000 adults found something striking. People consuming more than one sugar-sweetened beverage per day had a significantly increased risk of developing chronic kidney disease. Those sweet drinks weren't just empty calories, they were microscopic earthquakes to the kidneys. But here's what keeps doctors awake at night. Kidney disease is now the 18th largest cause of death worldwide, and it's rising. Let's zoom into what sugar actually does at the microscopic level, a place where most people never look. Inside each nephron is a structure called the glomerulus, a delicate bundle of blood vessels that acts like a coffee filter for your blood. When blood sugar levels surge repeatedly, these tiny vessels begin working in overdrive. Scientists call this glomerular hyperfiltration. Picture a water treatment plant suddenly receiving twice the normal flow. The filters strain. The pressure builds. Over time, cracks form. But sugar's assault doesn't stop there. When fructose, the type of sugar in both high fructose corn syrup and regular table sugar, enters your system, it triggers a cascade of problems. It raises uric acid levels in your blood, the same compound that causes gout. This uric acid directly damages the delicate inner lining of blood vessels in your kidneys. Inflammation follows. Scarring begins. Harvard researchers studying this phenomenon found that people consuming 25% or more of their daily calories from added sugars had an 88% higher risk of developing kidney stones compared to those who kept sugar intake below 5%. The mechanism? Sugar increases calcium in urine while simultaneously promoting inflammation, a perfect storm for kidney damage. There's also something else happening. Something more sinister. Sugar doesn't just stress the filters. It actually changes how kidney cells behave. Studies show that chronic sugar exposure can trigger a protein called interleukin-11. This protein slows cell growth and sets off a molecular cascade of inflammation and scarring throughout the kidney tissue. It's like a foreman telling construction workers to stop building and start tearing down instead. And here's the cruelest part. All of this is happening while you're just living your life, completely unaware that a crisis is unfolding in the shadows of your own body. Now let's rewind the story. Let's talk about what happens when you stop. Day 1 without sugar. Your body doesn't throw a parade. In fact, for the first 72 hours, it might feel like punishment. Headaches arrive. Cravings gnaw at your willpower. Your brain, accustomed to quick glucose hits, protests loudly. But something else is happening. Something your kidneys have been waiting for. Without the constant barrage of sugar, blood glucose levels begin to stabilize. Those blood vessels that were constricted, they start to relax. Blood pressure, which may have been quietly climbing for years, begins to ease downward. The glomeruli, those tiny filters, finally get to catch their breath. It's like a factory running on clean fuel again, after years of burning something toxic. By day 5, inflammation markers in your blood begin to drop. The constant state of emergency that your kidneys were operating under starts to lift. They're not completely healed yet, but the assault has stopped. Research on kidney repair mechanisms reveals something remarkable. Kidney cells have a previously unknown housekeeping process. They can actually eject damaged cellular contents and renew themselves without dividing. Think of it like cells spring cleaning their own interiors, throwing out the broken furniture and making room for fresh, functional components. Within the first week, your kidneys begin producing less of that damaging interleukin-11 protein. The scarring process slows. In some cases, depending on the extent of damage, it can even begin to reverse. By week 2, something else shifts. Your kidneys start filtering blood more efficiently again. Protein that may have been leaking into your urine, a hallmark of kidney damage, begins to decrease. It's subtle, measurable only with a lab test, but it's real. And here's what's truly beautiful. Your kidneys don't send you a thank you note. They just quietly get back to work, doing what they were always meant to do. By day 20, the transformation accelerates. Inside your kidneys, something extraordinary is unfolding. While kidneys can't regenerate entire nephrons the way skin regrows after a cut, they possess a remarkable ability to repair damaged tubular cells, the structures that fine-tune what gets kept and what gets expelled. Recent research from USC discovered that certain kidney cells in a region called the macula densa can actually drive regeneration when the body's salt and fluid levels are properly balanced. These cells release a protein called CCN1, which acts like a molecular construction foreman, directing other cells to rebuild damaged structures. Without sugar constantly inflaming the tissue, this natural repair system can finally do its job. By week 3, blood pressure improvements become more obvious. Some people report feeling more energetic, though they can't quite explain why. The reason? Their kidneys are now working more efficiently, maintaining better electrolyte balance and reducing the toxic load circulating through their system. Studies show that removing sugar-sweetened beverages from the diet can lead to measurable improvements in kidney function markers within just a few weeks. It's not magic, it's simply removing the obstacle that was preventing your body from healing itself. Think of it like this. Imagine a city where traffic has been gridlocked for years. Roads are crumbling. Emergency vehicles can't get through. Then suddenly, half the cars disappear. Traffic flows. Repair crews can finally reach the damaged roads. Services resume. The city doesn't become perfect overnight, but it starts to breathe again. That's what's happening inside you. By day 30, the changes are more profound than most people realize. Blood tests might show improved kidney filtration rates, reduced protein in urine, lower markers of inflammation, better blood sugar control, which in turn protects the kidneys from future damage. But here's what the numbers don't capture. You've given 2 organs that never get a vacation a chance to recover. You've interrupted a cycle that, left unchecked, could have led to dialysis, transplant, or worse. When your kidneys rest, something ripples outward through your entire body. Clearer skin, less puffiness in the morning, reduced fatigue. These aren't coincidences, they're consequences. Your kidneys regulate fluid balance, blood pressure, electrolytes, even the production of red blood cells. When they function better, everything functions better. There's also the hidden benefit. By protecting your kidneys, you're protecting your heart. The 2 organs are intimately connected. Kidney disease increases the risk of heart disease dramatically, and vice versa. By removing sugar, you're not just giving your kidneys a break, you're potentially adding years to your life. Research shows that people with healthy kidneys live longer, have better cognitive function in old age, and maintain independence later in life. It's one of those quiet truths that modern medicine knows, but the general public rarely hears. Kidney health is foundational to almost everything else. When your kidneys rest, your entire body hums in quiet gratitude. In a world addicted to sweetness, real strength is found in silence, the silence of two kidneys finally at peace. You don't need perfection. You don't need to never eat sugar again. But awareness changes everything. Understanding that every soda, every sugary snack, every just this once is a choice, not just about weight or energy, but about the quiet organs that keep you alive. Your kidneys have been working since before you were born. They filtered your mother's blood when you were just a cluster of cells. They've been filtering yours every moment since. They've never asked for recognition, never demanded gratitude. Maybe 30 days without sugar isn't a sacrifice. Maybe it's the least you could do for two bodyguards who've spent your entire life protecting you. The science is clear. The studies are mounting. Sugar isn't just making us heavier, it's making us sicker, one nephron at a time. But healing is possible. Recovery is real, and it starts with a single choice. If this story opened your eyes to what's happening in the hidden corners of your own body, consider giving your kidneys and this channel a little love, because some of the most important stories are the ones happening inside you, right now, in perfect silence.